Hey everybody, welcome back. Grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back, relax. We're gonna play some Morrowind. We're actually like really close to being done. We don't have too much left to do. Today we're just gonna do a mix of a couple things, I think. We have like three, let me just look at my thing here. Yeah, we have three generic artifacts I want to pick up, which are the last ones, and then we have four Daedric Lord quests to complete. There's going to be a lot to that. After selling everything, we're almost at 1,000,000 gold now as well. That's looking pretty good. So, yeah. I'd mentioned about maybe doing some of the enchanting some of the adamantium stuff, but honestly, the enchant capacity 10 is just not going to be enough to wear it for like 2 episodes. So instead, I just got the gloves over here, and we'll be enchanting some of this stuff. The best thing out of the glass set to enchant is going to be the shield, well, the tower shield. Normal shield's a little less. The rest of the stuff's not really great for enchanting, especially the pauldrons. We'll just not even bother with those. 1 point is not going to give us any constant effect. The cheapest constant effect you can get is going to be 5 points. So yeah, the pauldrons aren't going to do much for us, but we can wear these gloves with these bracers because of Morrowind code patch. That's not what I intended to do. This is what I intended to do. So we have some goals for today. Daedric Quests. One of the Daedric Quests, primarily Boethiah's, is the one we're going to start with because it takes the longest, kind of. It's actually a relatively simple quest to do. It's just that there's an in-game time frame of, I believe, 21 days. So I want to get that going first so that it's done faster. And we have 2 things we're going to pick up right here in the foreign quarter. So one of those things is going to be a book that is related to the Boethiah quest, which I want to get going. And the other one is the final reward for the Thieves Guild. As stated, we're not doing Thieves Guild. I have no intention of doing Thieves Guild. I do intend to go get the skeleton key, though. So we're going to come down here to Jobash's Rare Books, because I think... Is it Boethiah's Glory is the one we need? And where are we? There we go. And then we are going to go kill the leader of the Thieves Guild. As previously stated, we're not doing the Thieves Guild. However, there is an artifact, and we're collecting all the artifacts. So, no. We want to go this way, this way. I did do a little bit of prep off screen just to, refresh my memories a bit so that I knew what we'd be doing and where we'd be going. If I remember correctly, it's the tomb. That's a... Okay. Is it here? Yeah. Bookseller. So this is, a bookseller, but more importantly, it is the Thieves Guild. So we have Crazy Legs, Arantamo, and then we have Gentleman Jim Stacy. What is it, Toad? Are you looking for jobs, or are you ready for advancement? Will you give me advancement? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm curious. Yeah, you don't even have the dialogue option. So you have two options, right? We picked up that cup that's sitting on our desk back at home, the bitter cup or whatever. That is an artifact tied to the Thieves Guild. And then, okay, there's one other artifact tied to the Thieves Guild, being the Skeleton Key, which you will get from Jim after you take his place. He gives it to you, or maybe one of his final quests. It's been a long time since I've done Thieves Guild. So instead of doing that, you can't pick it off him either. I was looking at that as an option if I want to like chameleon and then pick it off him instead of killing him. We're not gonna bother with that. We're just gonna kill him because you can't pick it off him. It won't spawn on him unless he dies. So we're gonna go into Persuasion and we're gonna taunt him. I don't know if he'll aggro onto us. However, we have the Skeleton Key. 50 uses, it's the best lockpick in the game. He also had a Daedric short sword, apparently. Extravagant, no exquisites. Wait, did we really... Okay, so it lowered our faction reputation, but we weren't actually kicked out. What? Okay. Fair enough, I guess. So, Skeleton Key. Why don't we just, like, toss that on our desk somewhere, you know? Yeah, only 50 uses, but, you know, quality of 5. I think if we head here, if we take a look at this even, we'd look at a Grandmaster's Lockpick. It's a quality 1.4. So, I think that's pretty obvious just how powerful of a lockpick this is. When it's that much more than the Grandmaster, which is the highest level of lockpick. So, fairly strong. Dump that off. Now, we have the Boethiah's Glory. What's going to be the fastest way here? We want to go to La Oad, because we are going to go to the Shrine of Boethiah. This is one of my... There's a reason I've been putting this off. This is one of my least favorite things to do in the game. Satanim, as previously stated through this entire playthrough, I hate water. I'm terrified of water. And we are going to swim out into the middle of the ocean, underwater, to go to Boethiah's Shrine. Which I am not looking forward to, but we're going to do it. At least going to be daytime? No, we're waiting until daytime. Let's go to 9 a.m. Well, slightly better. So, we want to go... basically... here? I think. Maybe it's actually further up here. Hold on. Let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and check the UESP map to make sure I'm doing this right. No, so it is like right here, basically. That's Ashern Ibibi, and it is just off the coast between that and Shal, the cave north of it. So it is off in the water that way. I'm not looking forward to this, but here we go. There's going to be many slaughterfish. And there's going to be many drew. I'm doing water walking so that we can get out there. But I'm not looking forward to this. But it must be done. So it should be like out that way. Wait till our water walk wears off. I guess we can do a quick dispel. What? Maybe we want to get our light going. Yeah, that'll do. There's the first one. I hate this. I hate every second of this. Yeah, where? Can't see anything either. Is it further out, maybe? Let's go to the local map. Yeah, it's further out this way. God, I hate this. I hate this so much. Here it is. Okay, that's over. God, I hate the water. I hate the water, I hate the water, I hate the water. Oh, okay. What am I doing? We have a mark set at Creeper. And the man we're looking for is right here. Duma Grolog. So, sculptor. Me? Well, I've done a few pieces. Mostly Gorak, just threw them really far. You interested in buying a piece? I'm working on one now. For now. I call it Untitled Rock. I wish for you to recreate the Shrine of Boethiah. You got the stuff? Good, give it here. Okay, I found a place, nice and far away from stuff. Take me a few weeks though. Gotta get some assistant sculptrists to help me out. Not easy to find, you know? Anyhow, it'd be done in not too long. I'm gonna build it at Cartag Point, up on the coast from here. Up north, you can't miss it, it's real big. So it costs 2,000 gold and we give him Boethiah's glory. Near a big rock. Up on the coast up north. Let's say, okay. So I know that Cartag Point is north of Narmak. Music's like very bumpin' today. Let's do some like quick double checking. Narmak, Cartag Point, yeah, okay. It's very close to Narmak. We went to Ilunibi, which is on that same island as Narmak, and it's like right across from there, basically. So now that that's done, basically, we could just sit here and wait 21 days. Instead, I'm going to take a look, and it is day 414, so we need to wait until day 435. So we'll do all the other quests that I have planned, and then we'll come back and we'll wait the last remaining days, however long it takes. Where do we want to go next? There's a couple little, like, ancestral tombs and things to go do. Let me check my artifact list. Yeah, we could go do Meyron's Razor. But we already talked to him, right? Let's see. Meyron's Dagon. We talked to him inside... yes, in Yesemidian. We already talked to him. He wants us to go find the Razor now, which is in... Allah's Ancestral Tomb. And Allah's Ancestral Tomb is north of Molag Mar. So I think we already have the quest from him, right? Let's check our journal real quick. Still have the Ceramic Bowl quest. Strange, I wonder if that's one we can actually finish or not. So we have Meyron's Dagon's quest. So yeah, we just gotta go get his dagger and then bring it back to him. So, we want to go to Molag Mar. Maybe our home would have been faster, now that I think about it, but whatever. Saran. Molag Mar.
Where would you like to go?
And then north. So, there's something else that I'm curious to try. This won't be very important until after we're done the expansions. But I was thinking about Tamriel Rebuilt, and then once we get there, like Skyrim Home of the Nords and Province Cyrodiil. Plain Ogrim. I was thinking, what could we do to make that more interesting? I know what's currently available in Tamriel Rebuilt is not really intended for super high-level characters. What they're working on right now is supposed to be, but... yeah, it's going to be, like, right up here. The stuff they're working on is going to be made for higher-level characters, but we're a very high-level and high-powered character. And I feel like a lot of Tamriel Rebuilt is going to end up just being, like, very boring. We're not going to find anything interesting or fun. And that's what brings me to this thought. See, if you're watching this in the future at some point, this series was started on the 20th anniversary for Morrowind, which was a pretty big day. Very exciting, lots of stuff going on. And over this month that this has been recorded on, being May 2022, there's been the Morrowind May Modathon. And this has been the biggest May Modathon ever for Morrowind. I think as of, like, yesterday, the current count of submitted mods is, like, 241 or something like that. It's crazy. There's been tons of stuff modded for this game, and there's one mod in particular that came out that I am very interested in trying. Ooh, is this just a plain Ogrim? I'm hoping we can find an Ogrim Titan, are they called? One of the mods is called Drip. And I think it's a rusty dagger, that's what we're looking for. I think it's an incredibly interesting mod in its concept. Now, Drip stands for Dynamically Randomized... oh god, I gotta look this up now. It's gonna bother me if I don't. It stands for Come on. Nope. Is it here? Can I find it? Oh god. I'm looking this up, guys. I don't care. It is... Dynamic Randomized Item Properties. That is what it stands for. And it does exactly what it sounds like it would do. Ah, cool. Restoration 96. And basically what it does is it fits pretty seamlessly into the game. It has very few conflicts with existing mods. And what it does is it adds randomized properties a la Diablo to the vast majority of equipment that you can find in the game. It allows for not necessarily imbalanced, but just like more interesting, unique items to be added to the game, which I think is pretty cool. Now, where... I don't think that's right, is it? Yasamidan is what we're looking for. God, it's not going to show up here. I did all my prep work for this, like, hours ago, so excuse me for just a moment while I try and refresh my memory on what's going on. We are looking for Yasamidan. View on map. This is... Where is this? Right, that's on like the very far coast north of Nesis. Okay. So I've been looking at this mod, and I'm thinking after... Jeez, getting real close, huh? I'm thinking after we complete the expansions and everything, and once we're moving on to that modded content, I think it might be a fun idea to just, like, go all in on the randomness. It would mean that as we're looting a bunch of these areas throughout the Tamriel Rebuilt and doing other stuff, we're not just going to find random leveled common enchanted items. Like, we're actually going to find interesting things. Not all of the modifiers are even enchantments. So in some cases, you will find an item that has a prefix or suffix that increases the base damage of a weapon by an amount or reduces the weight of a piece of equipment by a certain amount. And then you can also just find all sorts of other interesting enchantments on items. It just opens up the possibility to find cool loot, even if it's you know, one in every like 100 enchanted items you find happens to be like a really cool item. I think that I mean, if it's the exact same scheme as an ARPG like Diablo or Path of Exile, if you're into any of those, and I think that would keep it a lot more fresh. I think while we're going through the base vanilla and expansion content, I don't want to go too crazy. But, I mean, for when we're doing the modded content, I think that would be really cool. I think we could find some really cool items there. And we'd be at the point where we're only using artifacts. So finding a cool, just like a unique item would be, I think that would add a lot to the game. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing in the long run. Because right now, we're just... I just want to get through the expansion content, right? Like I said, this whole series that we're doing right now, it probably seems fairly rushed to a lot of people. Oh my lord. Scared the bejesus out of me. Um, this might seem like pretty rushed to some people, just because with the base game, this is what I played growing up. So I know this game pretty well. I know what it has to offer for the most part. And we've explored some of the stuff that I don't, but more or less, this stuff there's not a lot of new stuff for me here. Whereas when we get to Tribunal and Blood Moon, well, I didn't have them growing up, so those are going to be completely blind playthroughs, and the pacing of those series is going to be very different. Ooh, Daedric Claymore. I don't think we have a Daedric Claymore yet, actually. I think that was one of the few Daedric weapons we're missing. So, this is probably fairly fast-paced, and for people who are new to Morrowind, it's probably a little too fast for some people's likings, which is totally understandable. Journal updated because we brought this back. I just want to make sure we killed everything else in the room first. Okay, I'll shut up for a second.
You found my razor. Good. Can you feel its hunger? Can you feel its frustration? Now I will make it again what it once was, what it shall always be. Draw a line of blood across the land in the name of Meyron's Dagon.
And then I'll turn the volume back down before I forget. So, Meyron's Razor. Thrust is a speed of 2.5, very fast. It is 22 to 31 with our current strength. So, for a dagger, that's totally acceptable. The thing about this that's really cool is that even if you are spam clicking as fast as possible, the base damage is still 22. So if you compare this to like the spear, right? If we fully hold down the attack and then let go, we're going to be hitting for 91, and that should be even higher once we repair the weapon, over 100. But if we spam it, it's like almost a quarter of that damage. Whereas with a fast weapon like this, that's not that big of a deal. The other cool thing is, of course, Disintegrate Armor, 6 to 25 points. That's crazy. It's on one hand, it's nice, but then on the other hand, it is going to wreck the durability of the armor. So if you're going to be selling anything you pick up from people, you're going to have to repair everything first. But the weakness to poison and the poison 6 to 20 points, those things, very cool. Very cool weapon. It's honestly not that hard to get fairly early on as well. So, that's not that big of a deal. You can just kind of grab it. Am I missing something at the back of here? Did I not loot this stuff? No, okay, I looted all this. So, what was I getting at? Yeah, the following playthroughs, because I'm going to be splitting these up into different series, just so they're, distinct. If someone just wants to watch Tribunal, then they'll know to watch Tribunal. If they want to watch the whole modded series, there'll be a playthrough with the entire modded series. But I'm going to be splitting these up because it's also good for the algorithm. An episode 1 always does better than an episode 22, And those following series, so when I'm playing through Tribunal, and then when I'm playing through Blood Moon as well after that, those are going to be, blind. I'm not really going to know what's going on at all. Okay, Meyron's Razor. Done. Skeleton Key. Done. We still have that. So I know you guys can't see exactly what I'm looking at here. See if I can find where this is. Just looking for a specific cave. Looking for an Ancestral Tomb. Is it more on the mainland? Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. The wiki said directly west from Wolverine Hall. I mean, they weren't lying, but it's also, like, way on the mainland. I was expecting it to be, like, on one of the islands or something. Okay. I don't know that I've ever actually gone to get this item before. This is just one of the ones that showed up. What's the fastest way here? Teleroon, maybe? Teleport to Telfir? I think Teleroon looks like the closest. Actually, we have to go to Teleroon to go to Jan Saramis anyways, and that's for starting Molag Bal's quest. Did we already start Molag Bal's quest? No, we started Malakath's, and we actually just have to go back to the Shrine of Malakath to finish this since we already killed the guy. Okay, so we'll stop off at Jan Saramis and pick up the quest for Molag Bal, and then we'll go to the Ancestral Tomb to pick up the other item. Okay, travel, tell Mora.
Is there something I can do for you, Outlander?
Tell Arun. We'll throw down a save. We're going there, to Jan Saramis, which we've gone past, but not into yet, I guess. Or maybe we went into it and then I just didn't talk to the statue of Molag Bal. That is also possible. We've probably been gone long enough that things will have respawned anyways, so we may have had to come here for like a sanguine item or something, and then I just didn't interact with the statue. Memory is not one of my strong suits. I have a very poor memory, so. We'll just go with the flow for now, see what happens. Is that a gold saint, or is that just an NPC? I guess we're gonna find out. We should really repair. Okay, it's just an NPC. These are probably worshippers of Molag Bal, probably why they're here. Ah. Get back here. Jan Saramis. Yeah, okay, I think this is one of the ones where, like... Oh no, okay, you're just gonna... Fair enough. I was gonna say, I think this is one of the ones where we can come in here, but as long as we don't explore too far, they won't aggro. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna die. Not from you, anyways. I think there are a lot of things that could kill me. I don't think this is one of them. All right. Let's talk to the statue then. The water is so loud.
Surface goes on unmolested. He was spawned a creature of terror. His role is to sow fear and discord among men and mer. Yet he is content to stay locked in his cave and mock my will. Kill him, mortal. Set his soul flying to the outer realms so that I might show him eternal torture for his disobedience. Take this key. You will find him in the caves of Koradur, east of Koborun. Kill this lazy fool for me, mortal. Do this, and you will have my favor.
Man, the water sound effects. I don't know what's going on with this, man. Now, was that because I swapped the... I don't know, man. This shit's weird. Yeah, because now some of this stuff is unbalanced. Like, while it's on... I don't know what's... The sound balancing in this game is absolutely wild. Anyways, okay. Well, let's finish exploring the rest of this. Well, now we just don't have any effect sounds. Or footsteps. Okay. Okay. Still no. Okay, so it's not those, it was the master volume that's causing an issue here. Oh my lord. I am so confused, guys. Sound settings in this game are whack, to put it bluntly. Aw, I was hoping we could be nice. Now, I have discussed in previous episodes very briefly about Elton Brand, which I've never done personally. Ooh, that I will take though. However, I'm a very big fan of Variax. His channel was... I watched it all the time growing up, especially his series, Interactive Morrowind, which you might recognize the name of. It was one of the biggest Morrowind series on YouTube back in the day. Very, very popular. And I have seen him get Elton Brand in said series. So, I know what Elton Brand is and how you get it, but that's about it. Get out of there. Okay. So he wants us to go to a cave. Margon's probably the closest. Let's double check. Where's, yeah. Yes. Right, we don't want to actually do this yet now that I'm thinking about it, because we were going to go to that Ancestral Tomb. So let's do that first. So I've been thinking about whether or not I want to get Elton Brand. The actual process of turning Goldbrand into Eltonbrand, not so bad. Actually, it's like very, very reasonable. It's obscure, but once you know what you're looking for, it's like totally fine. We want to go like west, south, west-ish, so it's like around here-ish, somewhere around here, I think. Anyways, we'll start walking. So the way Eltonbrand works is, I believe it is like a tribute to someone. There's some very specific things that go into turning Goldbrand into Eltonbrand, and it makes it significantly stronger of an item. Oh my god, these shells see you from like a mile away. So, sweet, we can. It's 10 p.m. Let's just rest until 8 a.m. We'll get You didn't get interrupted? That's pretty crazy. But one of the main requirements for turning Goldbrand into Eltonbrand is becoming a vampire. You need to be a vampire for it. That is just a part of the quest. The conditions, the way the script works, you have to be a vampire. And to go along with that, there's actually another item that also requires you to be a vampire. Another artifact. Stop. There's another artifact that requires you to be a vampire, and that is a shield. Spellbreaker, I believe it's called. It only spawns once you're on the quest, and you have to be a vampire to start the quest. This might be the Ancestral Tomb we're looking for. Maybe not. No, this is probably the Andulus Ancestral Tomb, if I had to guess. Yep. So we need to be a vampire for that anyways. Because if I want to get Spellbreaker, that's one of the requirements. So to go along with that, I mean, if I'm already gonna be doing it, you know, we might as well get Eltonbrand while we're at it. This way? Maybe? Is this going the right way? I see Dwemer Ruins. I don't know that that's correct, but I may have overshot it. Oh yeah, we definitely way overshot it. It's more this way. It's over this hill? So, we are going to get Eltonbrand after all. I believe it is the best one-handed longblade in the game. It's not the best longblade in the game. I think the Crescent is still better. But I believe it's the best one-handed. Actually, the Crescent might not even be the best two-handed longblade, now that I think about it. It's definitely the best enchantment on a two-handed longblade. So, here we are. Probably going to be a bunch of Bone Lords around here if I had to guess. Skellington. Man, the weapon's durability. Yeah, our damage is getting very poor. So, we are going to end up becoming a... Oh, what do you know? We're going to end up becoming a vampire. Even though that was not going to be my initial intentions. But I guess we're going to become a vampire and then cure our vampirism afterwards. So, look forward to that today. I know I'm sure not, but, you know. Now, if we look at this, actually, something... Oh, no, they are considered gauntlets. I thought they might be considered gloves. So to go along with the Morrowind code patch changed to be able to wear gloves and bracers at the same time. I believe all armored gloves are considered gauntlets. Ow. So those won't actually count for this. So it has to be like clothing gloves, which like severely limits our options as far as that's concerned. Okay, this goes here. These are dead ends. Both of these are dead ends, and then this goes down. Okay. So the extravagant gloves that we have, I think those are going to be the best we can do. No Bone Lords yet, seems strange. A lot of netch leather stuff. Yeah, just skeletons, no Bone Lords. They might not be leveled enemies in this area, I don't know. Scrawled note. Alas, Morty, my fallen companion, could not make it this far. I regret that his corpse still holds the key to the tomb I must reach in order to achieve the mission. I am left alone with only blade and skill to accomplish this task. I believe I have come to the end of my journey, but without the key, I find myself in the position of forcing entry. For behind this door, I am sure an evil terror awaits. I leave this warning in case I do not make it. Surely, this door is trapped, and my lockpicking and disarming ability leaves much to be desired. If someone happens across my body, know that I have failed, and know that there is surely a great prize, the Staff of Hasidoki, awaiting further into this evil tomb. Beware the keeper of the great staff. Carmela, I shall see you on the peaceful plains with all my love. What do we have over there? It's just like an orc, just here. Kafudo Gilgar. Well, Kafudo, thank you for the Staff of Hasidoki. Cast when used, resist Magicka 40 to 30% for 30 seconds. Not a very useful item, but it is an artifact nonetheless. Whammer Bracer in here, that's weird. A part of this, so I was mentioning the mod drip earlier, and a part of that would mean, I believe at a base chance, there is a 5% chance that this rolls affected by drip, so it has a random modifier on it. And if that 5% rolls on an item, then it would roll whatever that prefix modifier is. There's like 100 different prefixes it could possibly be. And then I believe there's a 20% chance that there's also a suffix, or rather there's also a second ability, because the first one that could roll on that 5% could be a prefix or suffix. And then there's a 20% chance after that 5% that it has two modifiers. So this Dwemer Left Bracer that just shows up here, it's worth 150. It's heavy armor from way earlier in the game, not very useful to us, but there's the off chance that this rolled with a bunch of really cool enchantments on it, or special modifiers. And instead of being a Dwarven Bracer, maybe, on the level table that happened to roll something way stronger. At very high levels, other stuff of higher quality can start spawning. Longsword as base items, and that opens up a lot of avenues of opportunity, because if we get, I don't think Daedric or Glass can spawn in leveled item lists. I'm actually curious about that. You know what, I'm gonna have to look up where we're going next anyways, so while I'm looking that up, I'm gonna look up the leveled lists and see if at any point we could get those items into the leveled lists. And then if there is no way, I may actually look into a mod that adds those to the leveled lists. Okay, hold on guys, I'll come back in just a moment. Alright, it's been a minute for me. Only a second for you guys, but I did a little bit of deep diving for stuff. Let's get moving on our travels here. I think the Urshulaku camp will be our closest, because we want to go here somewhere. I think somewhere around there. Anyways, while we're going, I'm going to talk. So I did some diving. As far as I can tell, there's no major mods that expand the leveled lists for high-level characters. Most of the level lists don't change after your level 20, something like that. I think 20 is like the cap for most of the leveled lists, and then after that point, I think some enemies can, maybe even some enemies don't bother changing after that point. Not a lot scales after that, and obviously we're way past that. So what I might end up doing is I might just have to make a new mod myself. I doubt it'll be up in time for the modathon, but I'll put it up after probably. But I'm just gonna probably have to put a mod together myself that expands on the leveled lists. It's not going to add any new leveled lists, it's just going to adjust some of the weapons and armor that can spawn at very high levels. Do we have enough charges here? We don't. Change some of the stuff that can spawn at very high levels to go along with Trip for when we're doing some of that later game stuff. Because right now, every base weapon type is available in game. We can get Daedric and Glass and Ebony weapons very easily. What's not available is armor. And obviously expanding the leveled lists like the way I plan on doing, not balanced in the slightest. But I think it'll be fun, so I'll end up adding all of the other armor bases to the leveled armor lists. But I will set them at extremely high level requirements, and I think that'll help. So here's the shrine we're looking for. We don't have to kill anything here. We just have to go talk to the whatever Daedric Lord is in here to hand in the quest. Who was it? Malakath? No, this ain't right. Why did we want to go here again? Why are we here? Hold on. I don't know why I'm here. Asaron, scroll down. Daedric Quests. This is, oh. Okay. Oh, this is right. Okay. I was thinking we had to go to the Shrine of Malakath in the Sheagorad region, but that might not be the case. It might be this one that we come talk to. It is. throw down a save. Take a look at the helmet. So the Helm of Orin Bearclaw, you can see armor rating 162. It also has constant effect agility and endurance, 40 points. This is the best heavy armor helmet in the game, right? No other item can come even close to reaching this amount of enchantment on a helmet, and the base armor rating is also, I think, the highest. So, yeah, there's the best heavy armor helmet in the game. It's incredibly ugly. It doesn't have a unique model, I don't... or maybe it does. It looks a lot like the... it might just be the Nord Troll helmet. Maybe it's slightly modified. Obviously, it's incredibly good. The constant effects, agility, and endurance 40 points is astounding. That's a ridiculous amount of bonus stats. And we would have come here to get this very early on if we were playing a primarily heavy armor character. Let's rest until healed. And back to, actually, I think that's further. I think Margon is probably the closest for this. What's our in-game day? Okay, we have... it's only been like 2 days. We're gonna have to do a lot of waiting for Boethiah. So yeah, to go along with the drip mod for when we're starting some of the modded content and we want to get some more interesting loot as we're exploring the areas, I think that's what we're going to do. So when I put that mod together, it's going to be a very simple mod. It's basically just going to add a couple new items to the leveled lists. We want to go... we're going like all the way out over here somewhere, I think. It's about this location. I think. Oh god. We're gonna have to be casting a lot of levitate. So yeah. That way, it, like I said, obviously very imbalanced. It's going to make it so that things like Daedric armor, glass armor, ebony armor. I'll probably put even some of the other stuff. Like I'll probably put Stalrim and Adamantium on that list, on the armored lists, and these will be like very high level. I'll probably set them like they'll be 40 plus for sure. Meaning that if you were to use the mod from an early level, you wouldn't just like suddenly have Daedric equipment there, like armor, very early on. You would still have to get to a very high level for them to appear in the leveled loot lists, but it would mean that as a high level character, when being used in conjunction with drip, that these higher level pieces of gear would be able to drop from random loot, and in conjunction with that, they'd be able to drop with special modifiers from drip. And I think that would make for a very fun looting experience. If not entirely balanced, it would still be fun, I think, personally. Levitate's gonna run out here, I think. But we're not gonna be worrying about that for now, because I won't be doing drip and any of the expanded item lists until we're doing Tamriel Rebuilt, which will be after we do all of Tribunal and all of Blood Moon. And in case you missed it, I've never played them before, so those will be completely blind. They're going to be a lot longer series and a lot slower, I think. Just as I slowly wander around and try and figure things out. There'll be a lot of walking back and forth, talking to different NPCs, because I do not want to use quest guides or anything like that, so... Unless I spend, like, an entire episode, like 2 hours, completely stuck, not able to figure something out, then I may look up a hint to get us back on track, but... Man, I'm really excited to play Tribunal, because I've heard so much good stuff. I've been told the expansions are very, very fun, and that the stories to go along with them are fantastic. And I've never played them before, which is crazy. So many hours of this game growing up without owning the expansions is just... It's going to be exciting to explore some new content. So, we should probably think about... we should probably think about becoming a vampire soon as well, because that's going to be important. We're almost done here. Maybe this is the cave? This might not be far enough, but let's check. Oh, it is. And we have the key for it. Sick. Okay, we'll save. Looking for a Daedroth in here. Molag Bal wants us to kill it. Because instead of going about causing mayhem, it's hiding in a cave. Something along those lines, right? Which is not very Molag Bal of them. I don't know this cave very well, if at all. And this is actually like a way bigger cave than I was expecting. Okay, that was that ledge that I went on. That went around that way. Let's check here. Store Matronac. That's not a Daedroth, but it's something. Ah, there's a Daedroth. Probably not the one we're looking for since it's not named. Ooh. Did our projectiles collide there? Or did it just look like that? Because that's certainly what it looked like. And if that is what happened, I had no idea that could happen. There you are. Ah, this is probably who we're looking for. There we go. Daedric Battle Axe. Daedric Staff. See, I don't think it's really that imbalanced when you compare it to stuff like... You find so many Daedric weapons, like, everywhere. Like, everywhere. I feel like some of these are going to be cursed. But maybe not. I'm basically just looking for Summon Golden Saint here, by the way. Grab the Cyrodiilic Brandy. I don't think I'll need it, but you never know. Just a random Iron Spear. Okay. Looks like there might be some stuff along this way. Underwater? Laughterfish incoming. No? Alright. Maybe something that way towards the entrance. But now, do we even have enough to get home? We do, okay. We'll go home first. Let's drop some stuff off. That'll do for now. Then let's go rest real quick just to get some magicka back. I'll worry about organizing stuff later. Okay, now we want to go back to Nexus. So we want to go back to the Shrine of Molag Bal, which is in... He was the one that's in the one I'm thinking of, right? Did it say? No, but I'm pretty sure that's the right one. It's the one, yes, or something or another. I think this is right. It should be. It should be right. I hope.
Where would you like to go?
We'll throw on a save and go check. What's the day looking like? Okay. We'll have to do our waiting. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that like 21 days of waiting, right? And while we're doing that, we can actually we'll go get vampirism from somewhere. I'll have to look up a vampire den I can go to. There is one thing that's been concerning me though. So the vampire that gives us the quest that I am looking to do to get Spellbreaker to finish off our artifact collection. This is very cloudy. This is the right direction though. They are in an Ancestral Tomb on Red Mountain, and you might remember from whatever episode it was. I think it was just titled Dagon, or I don't remember what number it was though. But it was when we were exploring Red Mountain to go kill Dagon. Yeah, it's a straight line. Just very cloudy. We found someone who was like passed out. And I guess that's like a part of. I was reading on the wiki. He said it's a part of his script. That happens. It's a weird bug, and then when you re-enter, he's fine afterwards. Apparently. Oh, that Tremor is still on the ground. Come on. Jank hitboxes, that's how it goes. So anyways, as I was saying, that vampire that's there, we saw him and interacted with him. I don't know if we left him there or not. I'm hoping we left him there. Worst case scenario, I'll have to call a bit of a mulligan and resurrect him. His body won't be there, but we should still be able to just, like, create a new him, you know? No, this is the one from Meyron's Dagon. Crap. Okay, hold on. Right, okay. I had to look it up. It's the one by Tellerune. Right. Anyways, like I said, I took a bit of a break between some pauses there. Dagon fell, I guess, is the closest. Put our weapon away. Let's get your disposition up to 100. Whether or not that will save us money in the long run, I don't know. But we're going to do a lot of traveling. I guess We're actually not going to do that much because we're basically at the end of our series here on Vardenfell, but that's the one we're looking for. We have enough for one charge. And when we're done with this, then the only things remaining we'll have will be 2 shields, Goldbrand, and then upgrading Goldbrand into Eltonbrand. And then we will have every artifact in the base game for Morrowind. Which is pretty crazy. And it's the first time I've ever done that, which I think is pretty sick. It'll be a first for me going and actually getting Eltonbrand as well. I think what I can do...
You have freed the soul of Mentor. Torment will be his. Endless agony is all he will know until the end of time. You have performed well, mortal. Perhaps you will be my servant to him one day. Take this and use it well. Bring strife and discord with you wherever you may travel. Now, go!
So, Mesa Molag Ball. This is a fantastic weapon, actually. As you can see, it's a one-handed blunt, 5 to 63. It's not as much damage as Skull Crusher, which is, like, great. But, absorb strength 1 to 15 points for 30 seconds. Absorb Magicka 1 to 20 points for 30 seconds. That's really strong. That effect, the enchantments that are on it, very good. I think this is another one of those ones where if you come get it early on, you know, you have to kill a Daedroth and maybe a handful of, like, the people around here, but they didn't have much difficulty. It's mostly leveled Daedra around these parts, so that's not that big of a deal, really. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on us, plus the skeleton key, so it's 5 that we've got today. Which means that all we have left now is to get Goldbrand, to get Ariel's shield, and then to get Goldbrand turned into Eltonbrand, and then to go get Spellbreaker. And then we'll end it off with curing Vampirism. Okay. So next up, let's go get. This is something I've been saying I was going to do for ages now. There is a special quest here. I honestly don't even know if we'll be able to do this special quest. We might have, like, done some things out of order. But as far as I know, you just have to... Dusk, right? No, this is dawn. I'm gonna go to dusk. As far as I know, once you get Wraithguard, then you can trigger this. And then there's no other prerequisites as far as I know. And I don't know that anything would, like, mistrigger stuff cause things to happen out of order or anything like that. I think he's supposed to be right here, though. So, we are looking for... Not you. Not you. Is it you? It's you. There it is. The Ariel's shield. So. Persuasion. Taunt. And then we can talk a little bit about the shield, just like Ariel's bow, which we also got here, by the way.
Surrender your life to me and I will end your pain.
Aw, you almost did some damage to me. Similar to Ariel's bow, this is unenchanted. It's a heavy armor shield with 108 armor rating, which is pretty significant. I don't know how that compares to Daedric stuff. It does weigh 30. It's fairly heavy. Let me look around here a little longer to see if I can find him. He might be hiding somewhere. Wonder if he's hiding back here. I don't think he is, but, you know. No. So, I might have messed something up here, and it's not anything important here. But there is a unique item that we can get from him that I don't think we can do anymore, because we might have done some things in the wrong order. But maybe he's down here. Let's just keep looking around. Don't think he is, though, because we're looking for a Nord. Not just any Nord, we're looking for a very important Nord. Yeah, I think we might have messed something up with it. Unless he's in the Tower of Dawn. I'm pretty sure he's not, though. I think we just, like, missed a trigger somewhere that goes along with it, I think is what happened. Or we got him to spawn and then made him despawn for some reason. Basically, the avatar of Tiber Septim shows up here in Ghostgate after you collect Wraithguard. And he gives you a special gold piece. It's called like a lucky coin or something like that. It's looking like I did some incorrect things, though. And I think I probably came here and didn't talk to him, and then maybe he despawned. Maybe what happened. But let's look around a little more first before.
We are blessed, truly blessed. This is an honor.
Okay. And then if you go back to the
We are
person in the Imperial cult, the Oracle, I forget her name. I wonder what'll happen.
Yes, citizen.
It's not owned, so we didn't get reported for coming in here. So yeah, he also gives us a spell, which I believe fortifies luck for the duration, something along those lines. It looks like we missed out on the coin, unfortunately. But we have Ariel's shield now. So, check that one off the list. And I'm gonna hop on home. I am gonna do some organizing of items around here real quick. And then I'm also gonna look up some more specifics on where we can go catch vampirism. And I think if we do it correctly, we can just go to Kartog Point, excuse me, and collect Goldbrand, and then if we have the correct things on us, I think we can just immediately turn it into Eltonbrand, if I'm not mistaken. So give me a second to do a little bit of research and a little setup and cleaning some things up in our inventory here, and we'll be right back. Okay, so that took a little longer than expected. Had to do a fair amount of research, but I think we're ready. We have a lot of prep work to do first. The first thing I should say is I'm going to become a vampire. I'm going to be doing 2 quests. We're going to do the Eltonbrand quest, and then we're going to do the quest for the shield I'm interested in getting. And then I'm going to cure vampirism as soon as possible. After that point, I have no intentions on staying a vampire for very long, or doing any of the vampire quests. Maybe that is something that I will do in the future. But once you cure yourself from vampirism, this character will no longer be able to become a vampire, and it will stay that way. So, first things first, there's some collection stuff we have to do. Because we're using multi-mark, we'll be able to set up some quick travel points at specific things, which will make a lot of stuff easier for us. But we're going to go out of our way to collect a handful of things ahead of time to save us some effort. So, I don't know why I thought this, but for some reason I thought that you had to take Goldbrand back to the Shrine of Boethiah to upgrade it, but that's just not the case. Bookseller, pawnbroker, Aldscar Inn. There's a Vampiric quest that you have to do, but you can go ahead and do a bunch of... Is this correct? No, hold on. This is the Council Club. Hold on. You want the Aldscar Inn. Yes. And there he is, Shishev. We're going to save here, talk to him. I think he's a part of the Mages Guild. Is that correct? I don't remember. Anyways, we want to kill him. Oh wow, that was quick. Okay, well, we will just go ahead and put our paralysis ring on there. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll eat... I don't have any core group bulb on me. Well, we'll just wait for the paralysis to run out. There we go. So, Shishev. Shishev's ring. I don't think this is important for anything, but it is another important... it's a unique item, I guess. But what we need here is Shishev's key. And we're going to hold on to that. We'll just dispose. Oh, can't dispose of that corpse. Okay. Well, never mind then. Let's put your clothes back on you then. Okay, so we have Shishev's key. That is step 1. Next. Let's go get Goldbrand. Right? Maybe that's the next step, right? I think so, right? Well, let's... No, actually, we have one more thing we have to do first. So, one of the big problems with becoming a vampire in our current character, some of you more keen individuals might have already realized this, but the something hemophilia, the disease that turns you into a vampire is just that. It's a disease, which is an issue when we have, let's see if we can find it. Where is it? Resist common disease and resist blight disease 100%. Because we contracted corpus, we're immune to disease. Which means, how are we going to contract the disease if we're immune to disease?
You honor me. Do you wish to do business?
It might be you. No, it's not you. You don't sell spells.
With pleasure.
You don't sell spells. Your name doesn't sound familiar, but let's double check just to be sure. So what we are looking for is weakness to common disease. It's probably you. Weakness to common disease. 1 to 20% for 10 seconds on target. Yoink. Thank you. So, let's hop home quick. We need to make a very interesting spell. Not sure. Well, let's hop into spell making here. Really? You won't even do... There. There we go. Thank you. So we want to scroll down to weakness to common disease. on self. And we want this to be 100%. Now, how many seconds can we get this to? 5 seconds, will that be good enough? So, the way we're going to do this is we're going to do 100% weakness to common disease on ourselves to remove our resistance to common diseases. And then we are going to very quickly open and close, and then open and close, and open and close, and open and close the inventory of a dead vampire. Doing so will contract the hemophilia, and with a short duration, well, one, we can just recast it, that's fine. But also, because we're going to be opening the inventory and closing it over and over, that time in the inventory doesn't actually matter. Like, it doesn't count towards the countdown time, right? I mean, 100 points, still a 100% chance to cast. So, there's our new spell. I need to be a vampire. Weakness to common disease, 100% for 10 seconds on self. 100% chance to cast. It's going to cost us 100 Magicka, which means we can cast it twice from full. But that should be plenty, I think. The next step is going to be, I guess, finding a vampire, right? Give me a second to think of come up with a good one. Okay, so I am pretty sure that we went, just when we were randomly exploring, we went and wiped out the Quara already. I think we did that on accident. We were just we stumbled into the dungeon and went and killed them. Let's take this off and put 10 Stagmers on. This on. This on. There we go. What is going on here? So I think the easiest one for us to get to is the mage ones. I think we should actually go and get a gold brand and prepare for Elton brand first. Then once we become a vampire, we'll be able to like immediately hop into that, right? So to go from what's the city we need to go from? So we need to go to Kartog Point. Oh, okay. We need to go to Kartog Point. Zoom in. So Narmak. Fastest way to Narmak would be Dagon Fell, Cool Narmak, boating probably. I think so. So let's go ahead, travel. Cool. And then you'll take us to Narmak.
But what brings you here, friend?
And actually, I just realized we shouldn't be doing this yet because we're gonna have to. So we have to wait quite a while. I believe I said 435, day 435. So we're gonna have to do a ton of waiting anyways. So instead of doing that, actually, we have a whole bunch of Daedric items for me to sell. Oh, not the staff, though. I'll put the staff in here for now. Yeah, that looks good. We have a whole lot of these to sell, which means I'm going to be doing a whole lot of waiting to get this stuff figured out anyways. We don't have a Claymore, right? Yeah, no, we don't have a Claymore. You have 2 daikatanas. I'm going to have to squeeze swords along and make room for the Claymore on the other side, I think. And I won't make you guys sit through the selling of all the Daedric stuff to Mudcrab, but you are going to sit through me organizing our sword collection. Go, slide some of this along. Okay, Warhammer can come right up here. Short sword can snug right there. So, Daedric Claymore. This is our first Daedric Claymore. Looks like it's gonna fit right here, and then we'll have to move the stuff around here to fit around it. Maybe like that. Definitely one of the coolest looking weapons, the Daedric Claymore. Big damage on that thing too. That. We'll do this, slide this like here. And the dagger like here, maybe? It's getting very cluttered in there. Okay, so now we have a whole bunch of this stuff to sell. And I'll have to do a lot of waiting multiple days to get everything sold properly anyways. Let's go put the other ring away. Shashev's ring, because I don't believe it's needed for the quest. If it is, oh well. Anything else I need to clean up first? No, I think that's about it. I'm going to be holding on to 1 Daedric heart, because for the shield, we are going to need 1 Daedric heart, I believe, as a part of the quest. So, starting a quick save here. I'm going to go sell all that stuff, and then we'll see how many days we have to wait in order to get Goldbrand. Well, special moment, guys. I'm not going to make you guys watch all of the selling here. However, we do have an important milestone coming up. We are at 990,559 gold. And once we sell 1 more item, we will be over 1 million gold. There it is, guys. The 1 million. Alright, that was all I want to show you guys. I'm going to finish up selling now. Okay, so everything is sold. Our final total is 1,076,976 gold. Very nice. Alright, let's... Before we go pick up Goldbrand, there's one last mark I would like to make, just to save us some time. You know what, let's just go get Goldbrand first, actually, and then we'll come do the rest of the setup later. So before we actually become a vampire, I'd like to set up all of the marks, so that we can become a vampire and then go boop, 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 and just bounce around to where we need to go. Because while we're a vampire, we can't use any of the normal fast travel. Everything's very limited. Most people won't talk to us. Any Dunmer Dark Elves will attack us on sight if we talk to them. There's a handful of enemies who will attack us just on sight, and then there are other enemies who will only attack us if we speak to them. There are very few people who will actually just speak to us. So we go ahead and check the time. Yeah, it's 435. Now, we might not be quite enough, so I'm actually going to wait 1 more full day. Just to, oh, worse weather, of course, just to make extra sure that the shrine is there when we get there. Well, it's there, glitching out a little bit, but it's there. Throw in a save and our water walk. And there is our new shrine to Boethiah. Think we can get some dialogue if we talk to him? Yeah. Okay, statue all built. Hope you have fun with new one. Shame to get rid of old Cartag rock, but it caused some problems anyways. Big rock. Shrine got built. Big shrine. Not bad work. I think myself did one real good job. I a legend in my own shrine. Yep, here at Cartag Point. Good place here. Lots of good rocks. Might stay here for a while. Well, okay. Really? You come to interrupt my dialogue with Boethiah? So, we have Goldbrand. That leaves, once this is upgraded, this will only leave one more item for us to get, which, as I stated previously, is only obtainable through a vampire quest. So, now we're going to do a bit of traveling around and setting marks. We have a lot of marks to set for quest points, and it'll just be easier to get them and set those marks ahead of time than it will be to do it as a vampire. Goldbrand. It has a chop of 18 to 90 with a speed of 1.5, which is really nice, and fire damage 10 to 30 points on touch when you strike. You might see here it only has 50 charge, which means this thing runs out very quick. But it's still, I mean, even just Goldbrand on its own, fantastic weapon. Let's take a look here. Ooh, classic gold katana. However, there's a lot more fun we can have with this. Upgrading this to Goldbrand, yeah. So, let's get on that mark placement. So, is there anything near here? I don't think so. Because we're gonna need to go to... Okay. When we're on our way to Ashmalek to become a vampire, we'll make our way down to Bithwand and set a mark there. We need to, you know what? We have a mark set at Ghost Gate, so we can probably just walk to the Salvo Ancestral Tomb there. That one's no problem. Okay. So the big one's going to be, we need to set a mark in the Vivek Guild of Mages. So let's go do that first. Getting to the Vivek Guild of Mages as a vampire without a mark set there to hand in the Shishev's Key quest to turn Goldbrand into Eltonbrand, not easy. One of the more difficult aspects of it. So, we'll go to the Vivek Guild of Mages, and the person we need to talk to... Shishev's Key is Cyrodiil here. Yeah, you won't even tell us about things yet. But let's set a mark here. Create a new mark, Vivek Guild of Mages. Okay, so once we're a vampire, we can immediately come here to Cyrodiil and claim this. Make Eltonbrand. We have to make sure that we drop our money and have the correct amount of money on us when we do this as well. We just need Shishevsky, the correct amount of money. We need to have Goldbrand, and then we need to be a vampire. Those are the requirements when we hand in Shishevsky, which is a vampire quest. She won't give the quest to us until we're a vampire. However, we can get the key ahead of time. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no quest trigger that involves killing him or anything like that. I think there's a journal entry, but it's not needed. So we just need to have the key on us as a vampire and hand it into her. And then if we have Goldbrand and the correct amount of money when we're handing in the quest, then the script will trigger turning Goldbrand into Eltonbrand. So that's all set up now. That's all good. Next, we need... You know what? Let's just go out of our way now. Fuck. Where's my last autosave? Hopefully not too far. It's before we got Goldbrand, isn't it? Yeah. That's fine. Okay, I'll rush through this again and get back to where we were. Hold on. Alright, we're back in Serial Onway. We have the mark set. This time I have recall selected, not mark. And we're gonna hop over to Ghostgate. Alright, we have a little bit of walking to do. Zoom in here, we are at Ghostgate. We need to go past here and up to around here. This is, yeah, so I think we can basically just, like, travel along the roads and it'll take us right there. More or less. Maybe we have to fly a little bit. Yeah, we'll do a little bit of flying. We haven't heard this song yet. Oh, back to combat music. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I think this is the right way. Cliff Racer, I saw you. Where are you? Oh, back to this music. Jarring as normal. There you are. Let's just Blade of Heavens up and over, shall we? What the hell are you doing here? Just a random ash ghoul, just like kneeling, facing a rock. What is this cave? Why do I not know what cave this is? Drain fatigue, that's the effect he's using. I believe it drains maximum fatigue though, so it's not very useful. Don't worry about it. Weird Ghostgate stuff just happens. So the Ancestral Tomb is... Excuse me, interrupting me. Ancestral Tomb should be just around this corner over that way. So I think what's happening is when you complete the main quest, the Ghost Gate might turn off because it no longer needs to contain the blight. But there's some weird stuff going on with Distant Land, I think. I think that's what's happening. So what I might need to do is, now that we've completed the main quest, I may need to redo the Distant Land generation so that it generates the Distant Land Ghost Gate properly as being gone. I think that's what's happening. I could be wrong. And here it is. So here's the moment of truth, guys. Is this vampire dead? It's gonna be a real shame if we've come all this way and he's dead. So we'll throw down a quick save. I think he's behind this door. Ah, he's still there. Good. So let's set another mark. So once we become a vampire, we're going to come back here. So once we become a vampire, we'll go get Eltonbrand. Then we'll come here and we'll do his quest. He's going to ask us to go up north here to Bethuand, which is a... what's the closest travel point there? Dagon fell probably, but that's pretty far. Maybe Telvas? I'd have to fly over the Foyata, but that's not that big of a deal. Man, we should have gone there when we were doing the Daedric Quest to put a mark down. The one for Meyron's Razor, since we were right there. Yeah, that looks like that's just gonna be... I mean, honestly, we're pretty close now. Nowhere we go is going to be closer than this. So... is there something here I missed, maybe? No, there's a silver arrow, though. A single silver arrow. Not too worried about that. That. We were here earlier. I've already done the vast majority of the exploring. Make sure we don't have marks set as we place anything. So we want to go basically to the left of this. It's like right here. So like straight north from here. Who needs Ghost Gate? There's no more blight to be contained. Random Ogrim here. Always expect a cliff racer to be following me. Make sure I'm not glitching weirdly before I use the blade. Are you a regular Ogrim or one of the Ogrim Titans? Took a decent number of hits, but I think you're just a normal... Oh, you are an Ogrim Titan. Look at that. I think graphically they're identical. I don't think there's a difference. I don't think you can tell them apart. Kind of like Dremora and Dremora Lords. Now, statistically, they're very different from one another, but... that Bethuand there, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Nothing at the end of this Foyata. So, we'll just put a mark outside of Bithwand here. I've never, I don't, I know for sure in this playthrough we haven't been to Bithwand, but I don't know much about Bithwand either, really, from experience. Our spear's getting pretty damaged. There's an Ancestral Tomb there, too. Wait for this to run out. There we go. Let's go to Mark. And create a new mark. Immediately go back to Recall. Okay, so that's the Shield quest done. Now we need to set up for the Cure quest. I know one component of that is somewhere around here. It's like south of Tel Voss, right? So we're actually pretty close. Let's double check where exactly it is. Yeah, it's like directly south of Voss, so it's probably faster just to put a Dagon Fell. I know this seems like we're not getting a whole lot done, but I promise it's going to save us a lot of pain in the long run. Take me across to Voss, please. And now we fly. So we want to head basically directly south. And there will be a cave here. We'll set a marker right outside the cave. In order to get the cure, we're going to have to do another quest for Molag Bal. And he's going to send us to this cave over this way. A bit more south. Wickwheat is pretty fantastic if you're playing an alchemist. Good for potions. I think it's on the other side of this cliff edge here. Man, we really need to repair our weapon. Like I have said time and time again, Bitter Mercy is great, but its durability sucks. Killing enemies with it doesn't do anything for us because our spear skill is already maxed. It's the only reason we really kill anything with it is out of convenience. I think this is it right below us. No. Oh, we way overshot it. It is like, we way overshot it. Okay. It's this way. That'll be okay. It's right over here. Yeah, we way overshot it. Should be throwing quick saves periodically. It's there. Yeah, we went right past it. Didn't even notice. And imagine just how hard it would be to find some of these caves. If you didn't have distant terrain. Like, can you imagine? Oh my god. This is it, right? Yes. Okay, mark. Finally. Now we want to go... one second. Right. Okay. Ooh, not mark. Recall. What's the fastest way here? Let's just go to Balmora, I guess. So the shrine with Molag Bal is Balor, which is right on the cliff above Saran. So let's go to Saran. Right here, Balor. Nothing left there, but we can just hard cast Levitate. So once all of these marks are set, we can rapid fire go through these quests and get Eltonbrand, get our shield, and cure our vampirism back to back, and then never have to worry about vampirism again. That looks like a golden saint, however. No, you're just a random Dunmer. Well, I know we've been in Balor before, but some people might have respawned. Because when we came here, it was a while ago, I'm pretty sure. The resist magic part, I guess I've never really said this, the resist magic part of that, even though it looks like he's doing a damaging spell, it's a 2-part damaging spell. Man, we do no damage with this thing being so damaged. Oh, well, there's one of the Daedra hearts we needed. Is there a door up here? No. Is this the entrance? The other entrance? Yes. So we want to take this door. So yeah, I don't know if I finished what I was. Ooh, a Daedric Daikatana. Dang. A lot of money. We already have 2, so. Like I was saying earlier, the spell they're casting has a weakness to fire component as well as a damaging component. Yeah, so this statue, we've already been here and looted all this, but this statue, if we talk to him while a vampire, we'll be able to become unvampired. So let's set a mark. Create a new mark, and this is our final mark. Now, we can go home. Let's repair up our gear real quick. We'll just grab these. Our armor is fine, it's just our weapons that get beat up. Fix our menu. I sure hope that there's a mod. I haven't been able to find one, but I hope there's a mod that fixes that, because that would be very nice. Let's drop some Daedric stuff off. Okay. Will I need to do any money spending? I don't think so. Okay, let's put all of our money away. Okay. Save. We need... oh god, what's the exact amount? Let's see. 11,171. So. Oh god. So... Probably could have split this into a smaller stack, made this easier, but whatever. It has to be this exact number, so it is 11,171. Right? 11171. Okay. So this is the exact amount of gold we need to have on us. We have to make sure we have that amount on us when we hand in Goldbrand and Shishev's key. Go to Hell Carolina. What? That's not supposed to happen. That is not supposed to happen. Okay, for some reason the script just triggered there, and I don't know why it did. There's Eltonbrand, I guess. 18 to 108. Same damage and all that. The charge went from 50 to 500. The fire damage is the same, but it has Fortify Attack and Restore Fatigue on self. That is not supposed to happen. I'm still gonna go through with the stuff. I guess just having this on us for some reason that triggered the script. It's not supposed to, so I don't know why it did. I'm gonna go through with it and pretend like we didn't turn that into Eltonbrand yet. I'm not sure why that happened. But we will go through with the actually becoming a vampire. It is possible that's something that maybe Morrowind code patch changes, so you don't have to be a vampire for it. That seems like not the kind of thing it should do, though. So we want to go to this island here. It is where the mage vampire clan is. Not for any particular reason. We're not going to be making use of any of the vampiric abilities or anything like that. I have a weird feeling that the game might crash if we try and hand in the quest when we have Eltonbrand. We're gonna see what happens, I guess. We need to become a vampire either way in order to get the shield. Spellbreaker. So, regardless, we still need to become a vampire. If we want to collect all the artifacts, that is. There is no way to have Goldbrand and Eltonbrand. You can't have both. It upgrades. That's that. Once it upgrades, it upgrades. So, I suppose you could use console commands to spawn in another Eltonbrand. Or another Goldbrand, rather. If you wanted. Nope. So this is the island. Let's look for the cave. At least I think it might be this one. Hold on. Let's check UESP. Okay, it is the other one. Not this one, it's this one. that island. Please no cliff racer. I knew it. I find it strange that that attack missed. We have 120 agility and we have 100 spear skill, yet still sometimes we miss attacks that I feel like should not be misses. It could just be like a range hit detection thing, maybe. But like it sounds like I'm hearing the attack whiff sound, which is a specific sound that plays when you attack a target, not just swing your weapon, but actually attack a target. And miss. I believe there is a road going through the middle. Yeah. According to the UESP map, anyways. So let's go kill some vampires, shall we? And by kill some vampires, I mean we're gonna kill one vampire, because that's all we need to. Hopefully no more come by. So, we will take your vampire dust, and then we are going to use I Need to Be a Vampire. We don't have enough Magicka, let's drink a potion. Now, as far as I know, this should work. But it is not. Every time you search a vampire's body, there we go. So, we now have, where is it? I just saw it pop up. Ah, there it is. Restore fatigue 1 point. Porphyric hemophilia. So, we're done here now. Yeah, we can't rest because there's enemies nearby, but can come out here and rest, and we need to rest for 3 days. We can actually rest at home to do that just to be safe. We want to rest at home when we do this because if we get interrupted in our sleep and it's daytime when we become a vampire, we just die. So now we throw on another quick save. And let's rest for 3 days. 1, 2, and 3. I dreamt of a blonde maiden. I drew near and saw she was crying, but her tears were red as blood. I touched her tears and tasted them, and they were wonderfully salty, sharp with spice and savor. But the maiden's face had changed. Her skin gray-white, and red tears dripped from her lips, and her hair had turned black, and wreathed her head like twinning snakes. I was afraid, but could not run. I screamed, and then I woke, heart pounding, cramped, and aching. So, we have a couple changes here. First off, if we look at our stats. Willpower, 140 base. Our Our strength went up a little bit. Vampirism gave us 20. So we're getting 20 from being a vampire and willpower, and an additional 20 from being a part of our clan. We're getting an extra 20 speed for being a vampire. And then some of our skills are affected as well. So we're getting an extra 50 mysticism, an extra 50 destruction. What else do we get? A bunch of other magic stuff, because we're the magic clan. But if we take a look at this, we have weakness to fire, 50%. Well, you know. We have vampirism. And then we have sun damage, 5 points. That sun damage will go up as we go up in stages. Right now, as funny as it is, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of constant health restore. So right now, we can actually be out in the sun and be fine. We will heal through the sun damage. I think I can even show that off. What time is it currently? 12 a.m.? Well, maybe if we go to 10 a.m. In your dream, you see a beautiful young Dunmer woman holding an infant to her breast. It is only as you draw near that you realize that the woman is a desiccated corpse and the child is purple and bloated, dying of plague. As mother and child crumble to dust, you awake. Yeah, the vampire dreams are very, very strange. But, middle of the day. So, we're going to continuously see this effect if we're out in the daytime, but we have enough healing to survive it. However, it's not the smart way to do it. So let's go ahead and wait until any time after 9 p.m. So we go to 10 p.m. In your dream, an old Ashlander wise woman treats you for burns on your hands. As she applies a salve to your skin, you feel the tingle of magic as the pain begins to subside, but as you watch, the flesh of your hands begins to bubble, crack, and split, falling in chunks to the floor of her yurt. As the wise woman smiles, you wake up. So we have the correct amount of money, we have Eltenbrand, and we have Shashevsky. So let's save. This is supposed to be Goldbrand, but here we go, I guess. Vivek Guild of Mages.
Welcome.
Though I find your kind abhorrent, you can serve a purpose for me. I wish to have someone killed. Excellent. Sometimes I wonder if it is not a good thing your kind exists. You may keep whatever you found on his corpse. I'm sure the fool had something of use to you. If you're still looking for something to do, I require some vampire dust for a spell I'm researching. I need 3 portions of vampire dust for a spell I'm currently researching. You may be able to find it in the shops of finer apothecaries or alchemists. I would prefer it to be fresh, though, straight from a vampire. And we only have 1, unfortunately. Well, I'm not worried about doing that quest. It'll sit in our journal forever. Next. So, we met all the requirements. Normally, if you have Goldbrand, the 11,171 gold plus Shashev's key, when you talk to Cyril Onway to do this quest, it will turn Goldbrand into Eltenbrand. That is how you're supposed to be able to get this. Okay, so we have done the prerequisites to get Eltenbrand, which, by the way, 2220 with our current strength, with it being boosted, not bad. Okay, now we'll go to the Salvel Salvel Ancestral Tomb. Hey, leave me alone. Mastrius, Nightwalker, it is good you have come. Perhaps you'll be able to free me from my imprisonment. I have been trapped in this place for centuries, kept here by Azura. Damn her meddlesome ways. I have lived for years feeding off the human cattle until she imprisoned me here, leaving me weak, powerless, and helpless. I tire of feeding off rats to keep me alive, but I may have found a way to escape. Though I have been trapped here for centuries and my body is weak, my mind is not dead. I feel that I have devised a way to break this barrier that keeps me locked in here. Perhaps you will help me, my friend. The two of us could rule the outside world together. None could stand before our combined might. I will help to free you. Excellent. I could sense you had the stuff of greatness. Here is what you must do. I will need you to bring me 2 items. The first is Spellbreaker. It is a powerful shield which, some say, was forged by the hands of a Daedra prince. I should be able to use it as a conduit to remove the spell. The other item I will need is the Heart of a Daedra. This will give me the strength I need to dispel the enchantment. It is a shield of immense power, known for its resistance to even the most arcane magic. I have heard it lies in Bithwand, a Dwemer ruin north of here. The former owner now lies there as well, unable to control its enchantments. There we go. We'll save. We'll teleport. Ashlands region. Into Bithwand. Now let's go look for this shield. Hive script. I mean, it's a Dwemer ruin, so let's do some exploring while we're here. Never know when there's gonna be some loot together. Let's also go to local maps so I can follow this a little better. Dead Adventurer. Nothing special. Key to Bithwand, that's probably gonna come in handy. Oh god, I'm using my scroll wheel. I just saw the map on my other monitor zoom out like crazy. Steam Centurion Torso. Very heavy, but that can get added to our Dwemer museum collection that we've been putting together. I think it might actually be back here. Maybe not. Oh god, leave it to me to clip myself weirdly. Let's check just to make sure the shield isn't back here. Okay. And having such a high speed stat and our acrobatics and athletics also both boosted by 30. Like, we move so quick compared to how we used to move. Now, I've never found this shield before, but the wiki said that it was hidden behind some rocks, so... Dwarven bolts, 2 Dwemer shields. Still find it weird how some items are listed as Dwemer and other items are listed as Dwarven. There's no real explanation as to why they use one or the other in the circumstances where they use them. Must be hiding back here somewhere. Where did you come from? Ah, here it is. Spellbreaker. Now, whether or not this is... Okay, so this is an artifact, right? As we just discovered, it is supposedly crafted by a Daedric prince. I'll let you guys look at that while I talk about this. But in Morrowind specifically, what determines whether or not something is a unique item or whether it is an artifact, literally the only distinction between those two is that artifacts have a custom texture or meshes. And as you can tell, this is just a Dwemer shield, but it's instead of being it is a artifact instead of a unique item because it's rusty. That's it. That's the reason why. It has a slightly changed texture. The model is identical. All the same meshes and all that. It's just that because the texture has some rust on it, it is an artifact instead of a unique item. I don't. We're not collecting all of the unique items. We're collecting all the artifacts. So there we go. Back to the Salval Ancestral Tomb. If I'm not mistaken, you just attack us after this as well. So, way to escape. You returned with the items. Perfect. I've made the preparations necessary to complete the spell. I will only require one thing further from you. This spell will take a great deal of strength to dispel. Azura has left me weakened, and I will not be strong enough to do it myself. You must lend me your strength, your encumbrance, your very life essence in order for me to succeed. Do this, and I will be free of this place, and will begin my conquest of the world above. Yes, drain my power, so you may complete your escape. Then I will begin. Soon the mortals will once again tremble at the mention of my name. So, this is going to deal a bunch of damage and drain our fatigue and encumber us, right? Ah, the power once again flows through my limbs. There it goes black. I am whole again. Now I shall once again feed on the mortals above. Pay them for my years of imprisonment. You are useless to me now, young fool. You shall be the first to die at my hands. Consider it an honor. Mastrius walks again. So if you take a look, I don't know, I don't know exactly what that did, but... Ah, you feel the life and strength draining from your body. That's what it was. Just happened now. Well, there's Mastrius. So, he has a demon katana, whatever. He has an ebony shield, whatever. We'll take all of his stuff. He has a full set of ebony armor. We can sell that. And the demon katana, I guess. We'll take all of his stuff. There we go. Hey, guys. We did it. That is every artifact in Morrowind complete. That's pretty cool. This is the first time I've ever done this, but to end off this quest and this episode, let's go cure our vampirism. So you do not... Oh, okay. So, there we have it. He asks us to kill his daughter because... That's it, just to kill his daughter because he doesn't like her anymore. It's 2 a.m., so we're totally good to just teleport over to the Gracelands region. Hop on inside. Throw a save down. And let's go kill her. This is just a normal Storm Matronac. Not her partner. Or consort, I think. Described it as.
I should enjoy watching you take your last breath.
Is that so? Journeymans. All journeymans. Old key. Fancy book. Always gotta check scrolls just to lock level 50 and trapped. That we'll take a look at. Nothing. Well, that's how it goes, I guess. Alchemy skill, though. Not useful, but it's there. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to do the drop down then. Uncharted Caverns, huh? Why don't we go ahead and use the beacon band? Let's drink a Magicka potion. There's a hunger, so maybe we're heading in the right direction. Let's just head right in. They did not make this place easy to travel through, that's for sure. Are you the named one? Nope. Expecting a fairly small dungeon, honestly. Oh, here they are. I thought it would be a Storm Matronac. Apparently it was a Frost Matronac. What are the chances there's some loot hiding up here? Yeah. Well, it was all just money, basically, but you know. You have an upper section. That's not the right spell. Hmm. Is any of this really worth much? No, not really. Okay. Before we leave here, I'm going to quickly double check the wiki to see if there's anything else I might be missing just before we leave. Yeah, okay. That seems like it's about it. Just the stuff that we found here, and then the stuff that we found at the other mages things. More vampire dreams. In your dream, you see a beautiful young Dunmer woman holding an... okay. Already did this one. So, let's go back to Balur Underground. And let's...
I see you have done as I asked, little vampire. It was not easy for me to obtain the cure, but I was able to pry it from Vermina after some discussion. You have earned it. Now I have eternity to punish my daughter for her defiance. Your curse is lifted. Yet, I wonder, will you miss the taste of blood on your lips? When you sleep, will you taste the salt and copper flowing over your tongue? Go, mortal, bask in your precious sunlight.
There we are. Okay. Well, we've done it. This is the first time I've ever done it. But we have now collected every single artifact item in the base game of Morrowind. And like a lot of the unique items as well. We're not going to get all the unique items because there's a absolute butt ton of them, and most of them are completely worthless, and are basically just reskins of other items. It's just they look like the base item type with a special enchantment on them that you normally can't get. That's basically it. Man, okay, I got a lot of stuff to go through, and we'll have to do some preparing, but the next episode is probably going to be a little shorter. But it is just going to be preparing for Tribunal. In that episode, we are going to take a trip to Mournhold quickly to go to the museum. So I want to get the dialogue option for Ariel's bow. And then I want to take the bow back to Thelin at Tel Brenora. And then... while we're at Tel Brenora, I want to talk to one of the mages to pick up... but there's a bunch of stuff I want to do while we're there. But we'll give her the bow for that quest. Finish that quest, she'll give us a Daedric Cuirass and Greaves. Then we'll do the Morag Tong quest to kill her, finish off the Morag Tong stuff. That'll be all of them. Then we'll do our last preparations to go into Tribunal. We're going to completely swap up our build, and we'll level up some skills and get ready. And then we'll have ourselves ready to do a blind playthrough of Tribunal. And I'll talk more about exactly how I plan on formatting that for the next series. But man, this has been a good one. It's been a month of just completing everything in the base game, more or less. We skipped a couple factions and didn't do like everything, but we collected all the artifacts. That's the big thing, and did the factions that I wanted to do. This has been awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and consider subscribing. I'll catch you on the next one.